I think we're good to go.
Well, thank you, Mary, and good morning. Hello, welcome everybody. It's great to see you this morning. I'm Bernadine Jocelyn with Public Policy and Engagement Program at Blandin Foundation in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And it's really a great privilege to welcome everybody back today this morning to the first plenary session of the final week of Minnesota's annual statewide broadband conference, Broadband 2020, Connected We Stand. Thanks so much for being here this morning. And a big thank you and a shout out to our friends and colleagues at the Office of Broadband Development at DEED, who have helped plan and execute the conference this year. I'd like to invite everybody to use the chat box this morning and share where you're joining us from. And throughout the morning, encourage you to use to tweet and share your experiences. Our Twitter hashtag is #MNBroadband. So we're going to start out here this morning. I'm going to start out with a little overview of the day. We're going to have a recap and a check-in this morning with one another. Then we're going to hear from Deb Socia, who's with us of the Enterprise Center. And then after that, we're going to be generating some topics for tomorrow's open space and preview how that's going to work out tomorrow. And we're going to adjourn today by noon. So who knew, right? Who knew how timely this conference would be? The pandemic has certainly revealed just how critical broadband access and adoption are to our lives. And I experienced this myself when I had the opportunity, because of COVID, and we're all working dispersed from Blandin Foundation. I took the opportunity to fly out to LA, where my 23-year-old son is, and spend some time with him out there. And so while I was in California, staying at an Airbnb, watching television, because that was kind of a treat for me. We don't have TV at home, and I usually don't watch TV. There I was sitting in this Airbnb in LA, watching South Park with my son. And I didn't know, it turns out South Park is a suburb of San Diego. Here we are in California watching this because of COVID. And I wanted to share with you this morning this clip that I watched with my son out there that really illustrated to me kind of the situation where we're at here today with the pandemic and the role that internet has come to play in our lives. So bear with me a minute here while I share my screen, and we're going to check out this clip. Thanks everybody for your patience. Are you seeing it there? Mary, can you see the,
It's just, there you go.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Gerald, please help us.
Randy, what happened?
Our house, it has no internet.
Come in. You can use our internet until you figure out what to do.
Kyle, I need to use your internet. It's not working.
What?
I've even unplugged it and plugged it back in.
No, our internet can't be broken. I've got to get an attachment Larry sent me last night. It's not working, Gerald. But it has to work. Maybe if I put your internet's not working, Gerald. Face it.
What about Starbucks? They have free internet.
Right, Starbucks. Everyone get your stuff. We can take my car. Folks, there's no internet here. It's not working, I tell you.
It's not working here?
How can there be no internet anywhere? What's going on?
There has to be a way to find out what's going on.
We can't! Don't you get it? There's no internet to find out why there's no internet!
What's the matter?
I don't know. I need to get on WebMD and see why I have this cough, but I can't.
Randy, where will you go?
We're gonna head west. There's a rumor going around there might be some internet out there. So we're heading out California way.
You don't know if there's any internet in California.
We'll head out California way and see what we can find. Name? Do they have internet here?
Name?
Marsh.
Service provider?
Net zero.
All right, stay in line. Once you're inside, Red Cross volunteers will direct you to your campsite.
Excuse me, we're looking for some internet. Yeah, they got it here.
All right.
But there ain't enough to go around. All they got is a little internet. You sign up over there and use your time when they call your name. Each family gets 40 seconds of internet per day. 40 seconds? That ain't even long enough to check Wikipedia!
Well, what did you think? Could you relate to Stan? We got to go get us some internet. So with our, that's kind of how I've been feeling, chasing the internet. Without it, it's hard to work. So what I wanted to get us kind of warmed up for listening to Deb here in a few minutes. And with that Stan's cry into the wilderness in mind, I thought I would just tee us up to do a little reflection together about the conference content so far. We're going to go into breakout rooms here in just a minute and share a highlight or reflection from the conference so far. And if you haven't had a chance to attend, you can just share about why you joined today, what you're looking forward to today. So here's a quick recap to get us kind of our mind back into the conference content. So we started in week 1 in October, way back at the beginning of the month. And Tracy hosted a digital showcase for us with 9 examples of people and organizations from around the state who are using technology and the internet together in innovative ways. 9 different presentations. Then we heard from the Border to Border grantees, a couple of them, Rock County and Melrose, and during breakout sessions with members of the Governor's Broadband Task Force to hear about the impact of broadband investments on their community. Week 1, we also heard from Robert Gallardo of Purdue University. He spoke about digital infrastructure, transforming it to leverage it for broadband community economic development. And Roberto shared with us county by county data on COVID-19 mitigation vulnerability. So looking at how vulnerable different counties are to their ability to mitigate for COVID by working and remotely and distance learning. And then we also heard that first week from Shirley Bloomfield, the CEO of the Rural Broadband Association, NTCA. And Shirley spoke about bringing broadband to rural America, opportunities and challenges. The middle 2 weeks of the month, last week and the week before, Bill Coleman hosted 10 sessions of Broadband 101 with nationally recognized experts and providers on a whole range of broadband topics. Let's see, we had fiber optics, 5G, federal funding, feasibility studies, provider partnerships, rights of way management, and more. And every day for the last 2 weeks, we've also hosted digital office hours. We had 10 sessions of lunchtime learning and networking with projects and people working on broadband access and adoption from across Minnesota and across the nation. An incomplete list of those digital office hours would include the speed test that we're doing here in Minnesota. We heard about that. Pandemic publishing with children, digital engagement with refugees and immigrants. We heard about how libraries are responding to the coronavirus, and we heard about the Intelligent Community Framework. So that was just a quick overview of what we did, and what I'm going to do is turn now to Mary and invite her to put us in a couple of 2-3 small groups, Mary, to spend just a few minutes introducing yourself. If you'd share a personal highlight or reflection about the conference so far. And as I said, if you hadn't had a chance to join, no worries. You can just say why you joined today. And then we'll come back in just a few minutes. Maybe we'll spend, 10 minutes or so, Mary, doing that. And then when we get back together, it'll be my pleasure to introduce Deb Socia to you.
Okay, I think I've decided on 12 minutes, so, and I have y'all sorted, so here we go. I'm gonna open up the rooms. Deb, do you want to go to a breakout room? I can't hear you.
Sure.
All right, I'll put you in one of them. How about you, Anne? I can't hear you.
Probably out for the best.
Oh, gosh.
Well, you're recording. You want to push pause?
Yes, please.
Are you able to pause the live stream too?
You know, we can't. Should I just stop it?
Yeah,
think-
stop and